Everybody in YouTube land. I'm Jennifer and welcome to Let's Create. I'm super happy that you're here with me today, you guys. And I have a really fun idea for us today. It's a card that I want to tweak to create a more holiday look, and it's based on a swap card that I received and a card that I did for a card class today, as a matter of fact. But I know how much we all love fun folds, and you guys, I apologize, but apparently I need to clean before we can craft because my space is a disaster. Okay, so I've got a cool technique, and I have a cool technique and some steps, but I did most of the die cutting for us, except for things that I knew that I couldn't do. So this one is going to be, it's going to take a couple of minutes, but it's not going to be too crazy because we've got other steps to do in the in-between. So you're not going to have to worry about it taking up too much time. So I'm going to show you the two inspiration cards first, and then I'm going to show you the what we're going to use to get everything started. So let me just say, see what I mean about needing to clean up? Oh my goodness. All right. So you're going to need a napkin, and you're going to need your water painters, and you're going to need some containers. So I used some old, let's make sure we get our order correct. Although it's up to you what order you want to use. I'm using some of the old trinket and embellishment containers, and I did mark mine because I did use these in a class. So you're going to need those, and obviously I have the corresponding ink refills to go with these, just in case we need some more ink. Oh, you guys, and I'm really excited about this technique because we're doing a little bit of watercoloring, and actually, here's the other one. I actually think that we're going to use the big water painter tool this time because I'm doing things a little bit differently than I did for my class. But so this is the stuff that you're going to need. And then let me show you, like I told you I was going to, let me show you the inspiration pieces first. So this is the card that is the inspiration for the fold. This one I got as a swap, and I'm going to give credit where credit's due. Sandy Carlson is the one that created this, and I do really like it. I did tweak it just a little bit, but not a whole bunch. She cut this paper down to about 10 and a half, and I ended up just using it at an 11 and keeping it one less cut. So you only have to do one cut and then two scores. You're going to want to try this out. I thought it was really, really cool. Fun fold. And a great way to showcase several different designer series papers, or to use it as we're going to use it, because I want to showcase. And actually, let me take this out of here. Hey, good morning, Lynn, or good afternoon. Oh my gosh, yeah, everything's good morning for me. I want to showcase this watercoloring, and we're going to be doing that. But I kept my card kind of simple, but we're going to change this just a little bit. We're going to tweak it up just a little bit so that we can make our cauldron go into our rainbow, but we're going to pull it out like that other card that I just showed you. So are you guys ready to create? I know I am. Okay, so all of the things, you guys, that you need, aqua painters, inkers. I do use my silicone craft sheet for this. I will have a total product used list after the video once I get it editing so that you guys can go back and check it out. So you're going to need water, our Fluid 100 watercolor paper, and I'm going to start, and I don't know if it's the container that's sticky. Yeah, it's the container that was sticky. Okay. I'm going to start with the lightest color and I'm going to work my way through. Now, it doesn't really matter. I want my rainbow to go this way this time, where when I did this rainbow, I put my paper down and I just went across. I can actually show you the piece that I used for that. So Lynn, how are you today? This is the piece that we used. So I just made strips on here. And we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to do them on a diagonal pattern this time. And if we have to do more than one, I'm okay with that. All right. So, and like I said, this time I'm going to use the wide-ended painter instead of, there's 3 different sizes. Let me share those with you. Hang on, let me grab the other one. And I did have, where did I put it? I did have a small cup of water. So there's 3 different size tips, you guys. There's the super big one that we're going to use. There's a medium size and then a thin. The thin, we used it, but it was too thin. So I didn't want to try that. This one worked nicely for the size that I wanted, for this sizing. But I think for this bigger size, I think we're going to bust out the big one. All right. Now, couple points for you. Oh, less clutter. Less cluttered than yesterday. I'm glad that that's a good thing. When you get your water painters, you guys, normally it's lefty-loosey, righty-tighty, but this one is actually the opposite. So to fill this, you're going to want to go backwards. Everybody was talking about how it was backwards. Now, this large brush, which how it has kitty fur in it, I can't imagine. Right, Lynn? Can't imagine why it's got kitty fur in it. This brush also has a directional head, so if you want to fan it out, I know, let's see. Let's see if I can help you see that. So you can fan it this way, like that, or you can make it go straight, which is what we want. We want that straight head on there. But I need to find, let me grab my cup of water that I did, you guys, because I want to make my life easier with being able to clean things. Oh, for heaven's sakes, but where did I put it? I know that there it is. I know, obviously, there's water in here. Okay, but because we're working with such a bigger sheet of paper, I want to have a way to rinse off the ink. All right, so let's get this stuff out of the way. And we're going to pull in the Daffodil Delight first. And I might need, let's see what we can get. I actually think we probably, oh yeah, we'll have enough ink. So I'm going to go wide stroked on this. And I'm going to go like end to end, like that. And then I'm going to dip in my water here. I'm going to dip in my water here to get that color out, because I don't want that color on my next color. Come on. And I did notice, you guys, that the fuller And I always go backwards too. The fuller the paper or the... Okay, hang on. Hang on. The fuller that this container is, the easier that it works. So another little tip for you. So I'm taking from my one tube and putting it in the other. Why didn't I just flip the tops around? Good question. Because I like doing things the hard way, apparently. Yeah, we're just going to try that. Will that fit on there? Yes. Will this fit on here? Yes. Okay. Fuller water reservoir makes it easier to operate. Definitely. And you want to get that color out. And the hardest color, I'm going to tell you, the hardest color to get out, you guys, is the Melon Mambo. Okay, so we've got our Daffodil Delight. And we're going to do Granny Apple next. Hopefully we'll meet in the middle. Fingers crossed. And if you want your rainbow sections darker, that's okay. Then go and put some more ink on in your little reservoir, and you can make it a little bit darker because we are using the Fluid 100 paper, so this can handle getting wet. Again, I'm going to rinse that out. Going to get our green. Out of that. And my thing is that you always have to put the lid back on. 2 reasons. Number 1, because you don't have to worry about messing up which color it is. And number 2, you don't have to worry about accidentally dipping it into the wrong spot. This we're definitely going to need. And really, when you're starting out, you guys, you only need 1 drop. As you can see, all I did was put 1 drop in there. We're going to squeeze our aqua painter, and we're going to mix that up. And we're going to do 2 more stripes. And you do want to overlap your stripes. And I say that because you want it to be blended in. You don't want to see the white. There we go. And then we're going to clean this up. And this is just one of those things you're going back and forth, and that's okay. I like having this little container, you guys, for the main part of your cleaning. Makes things much easier. Okay, there's our Melon Mambo. Grape's going to be next. And I'm thinking that we're going to have to go a little bit thinner. Say it isn't so on our gorgeous grape piece. So this paper that we're using is special watercolor paper. If you guys have not heard of the watercolor paper from Stampin' Up, this paper is amazing. And I say that not only because I'm using it today, but it actually truly is awesome because it can take the water, you guys. This paper is amazing for all that you do in regards to watercoloring. No matter how much water you put on there, you guys, it's not going to pill, it's not going to get yucky. You don't have to worry about it. It's going to be great. Okay, so here's our Bermuda Bay, and because we're only doing that one section, I think we might have enough. We're going to put a little bit more water in here. And now that I color all over my fingers, and we are overlapping just like we did all of the other colors. And we'll go wide on the bottom. And I'm thinking it needs to be just a little bit darker. There we go. Okay. And then I'll worry about cleaning this later. All right, so here is our rainbow look, okay? I was looking on the back side to see how much I got all over the place. But this is the reason why, because this was all wet with ink. Can you see? It has ink on the edge. That's why I don't use just a piece of grid paper. Put that over there. We're going to put this lid on here. Stack these up and get that out of the way. Now, to let that dry, we're going to leave it over there. And make sure that I don't have wet ink on my fingers. So the next part that we're going to work on is the card base. We're going to let that sit. No worries. It doesn't take long to dry, you guys. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to move it so that it's not by my computer. All right. So here's where things get interesting. You're going to need a piece of 5.5 by 11, and we're going to do some scoring. Move my pieces out of my way. All right, 3 by 5 and 3, or let's see, 3 by 5, 3 and 5/8 by 7, or 3 and 5/8, and we're scoring. So dark is death. You want to use your lighter one, and then we're going to do that at 7, and that's our scoring. We have some layers here. All right, so here's our inside panel, this, and these are 2 other pieces, and then we have this piece. So this is our inside panel, and I'm going to take this scrap piece of Melon Mambo and another scrap piece of Daffodil Delight, and I'm going to add that to the edge. Kind of like I like this designer series paper piece here. So that's what we're going to do with that. Now you could use glue, you can use runner, it doesn't matter, entirely up to you, but you're definitely obviously need some adhesive. I am leaving a small reveal on the end, and I'm putting that layer down. And then do that and add that on there. And we're going to burnish our scores. So what do you think, Lynn, so far? Interesting? Something different? So here's how our fold's going to go. Just like that. This inside piece is going to go on here. I am going to stamp on that. But I think, you guys, I used on my sample piece that from the card class, I used Melon Mambo, but I think I'm going to use the Gorgeous Grape instead. Big surprise for those of you that know me. Big surprise. And I'm using this Best of Luck from the Honeybee Home. Are you loving that, Lynn? Super cool, right? Okay, Best of Luck for the inside. There's that. And then I'm going to take the circle that I punched out. Now, do you guys know that there's a straight piece and a rounded over piece or part? The rounded over part is supposed to be the front. Now, is anybody going to tell? Probably not, but I've had people ask me if it makes a difference. It really doesn't, but maybe for you. Okay, come on. Okay. Just making sure I had enough ink on there, you guys. There's 2 sides to every piece of paper. No worries, right? And this sentiment just fits in this circle. And so we're going to let that sit and marinate. Like that. Somehow it got dirty. Probably from falling on the floor. Now, here's the fun part. I was wondering, how can I create a cauldron or a pot for our rainbow to go into? And I took my circle and I cut off, took my circle and I cut off 3/4 of an inch. So I put the edge on the 3/4 line and I used my cutting blade and just cut it off. Easy peasy. And then take that piece and you tuck it down in the bottom, and then there's your cauldron. Or your pot for your pot of gold. I did use glue to put it together. Just so that you guys can see, there's our little pot of gold. And it can sit up. Now you could just have taken that circle and cut the top and then cut a flat spot on the bottom. That would also work. So it's up to you what you want to do. We are going to get rid of this and put this in here. Tape runner, glue, it doesn't matter. Oh, but it does matter if you get it the right way up. The words have got to be legible. Jiminy Christmas. Okay, so we've got that. Here comes the fun part. Are we dry enough? Oh yeah, totally dry enough. So I want my rainbow on this part to be going this way. So I'm gonna, did I do it wrong, you guys? No, I did it right. Okay, I think I did it right. I need my trimmer and I need a 3-inch piece. 3 inches. Actually, I think I like that end better. So we'll do a 3-inch piece like that. So there's going to be our inside. And if that bothers you, that little white spot, super easy to fix. We're going to take our one aqua painter and we're going to grab the gorgeous grape. So there's a little white piece right there. And that actually, you guys, would drive me absolutely crazy. So I'm going to color it in. Of course. There we go. And to mix it up, just get it wet. There we go. Okay. Now that needs to dry again. So we're going to let that sit for another minute. And we're going to work from this piece. And I have my tailor-made tags here. And we're going to use this tag, I think. Oh, yep, just enough. I think I want a little bit more yellow. So we're going to use this up here. And we're going to die cut this out. And we're going to use our mini for that. Using our mini because you can get the mini cut and emboss, you guys, for 20% off right now. Oh my gosh, if you don't have one, you need one, I'm telling you. And we're going to get that. Super easy. You guys, there's a lot more die cuts than you think that you can stick in here. It makes it so easy. Okay. And we're going to move our cut and emboss out of the way. And here is our front tag. Just like that. And then we've got this little piece down here that's a scrap piece. And you guys, you know we could use that for something. All right, we're going to put this out of the way. And we'll put that down there with the die cuts. All right. So here's the interesting part. So this is going to be our front with our tag. And then this is going to be here. And then we have that. So that's the layout that our card's going to have. Don't you love how this goes together? Oh, love it. All right. But how are we going to fasten the tag? Well, I have a solution for that. We are going to use the crinkle white ribbon. And I want some, probably not that much of a tail. I want a little bit of tails on this. Kind of like our first sample. I do like this ribbon. I'm going to grab our reverse tweezers. And we're going to tie a bow. Oh, no, we're not. We're not going to tie a bow. We're going to cut this. And we're actually going to tie the tag on. I'm going to stick that through the hole. If my hands will hold steady. There we go. Stick that through there like that. And we're going to tie this on. Now we're going to tie our bow. And you guys, when you're bow tying, don't overthink it. Just tie the bow. If the loops are too big, pull them a little bit and then retighten. If you're not happy with them, that's what I love about the reverse tweezers, you guys, is that you can, it holds it there for you so that you don't lose your knot. So there we go. And we're going to move that more to the middle, upper middle. Just a little bit. Doop, doop, doop. Come on. There we go. Now this piece is going to get dimensionals. And yes, I'm purposely holding this in place so that I don't have to worry about it flopping all over the place. And we're going to use all of our dimensional pieces. And no saggy bellies, so we're going to put in the middle. And then take our piece off and center that. This we're going to glue on straight. And I like the glue for this part. You can use your Stampin' Seal Plus if you want. I don't have one over here, so, but multi-glue works fabulous. In keeping with the way that the stripes fall. I'm gonna put that there. Just like that. We're gonna fold this up. We're gonna put our pot of gold over here. And I'm gonna put that on with dimensionals. And here's the thing, that's gonna hold my tag the way I want it to go as well. I always love when your dimensionals make faces, you guys. I think it's so fun. Silly, I know, but fun. Now, I did want to point out, I almost forgot, I did use the stripes and splatters. This one's the stripes. I'm trying to get a good, there we go. This one's the stripes. If you wanted to, you could use your white ink or even your Melon Mambo in a dauber and sponge that up a little bit. I think that would be cool. But I figured with all that's going on here, we're probably good. Okay, so when I did this card, I did cut my corner off on this one, just so you know. But I think, unless we resituate this a little bit, I don't know that. Okay, there we go. And now we can trim that edge off because I don't want to see that. I want it to look like it's actually going in the pot. And just for good measure, we're going to take this end off, just like that. So that it actually looks like the tag is going into the pot of gold. And then our sentiment for the front is may good things grow all year long, which, okay, is it exactly perfect? No, but does it work? I think so. And I'm taking a little piece because here's one thing to keep in mind with this piece here, it's going to go over the edge. So if you don't get a good stamp and you use the back side, just keep in mind that you're going to be able to see that. Make good things grow here, just like that. And then here's the inside. But wait, we're not done. Because what good is a pot of gold without any gold in it? So I'm using these. This is the Artisan Blooms Adhesive Back Sequins. I'm using those and my Take Your Pick tool. And we're going to use a few gold pieces. Now, I think that this is probably the color that I'm using. I'm not 100% positive what the color is. I'm going to be honest. However, to me, it's close enough. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so there's our little gold pieces for our front. Oh my gosh, you guys, this turned out so cute. Nice fun fold. Great way to get started in watercolor paper. Easy tie-dye look even. And then there's our inside rainbow. Perfect for St. Patrick's Day, right, you guys? Oh my gosh. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you guys have any questions, and I mean any questions about anything that we used today, please make sure to comment below so that I can come back and answer your questions. You guys, I love questions. To me, there is no stupid question. But I do appreciate you stopping by. Make sure to hit the subscribe and hit the bell so that you can see when I'm live, because this originally was live, so that you can join me next time maybe. And share the video. This was a fun video with a little bit different technique than we've used for a long time. And I hope that you've enjoyed it. So you guys, thank you so very much for joining me today. I hope that you have a beautiful day getting crafty, and I will see you next time.